what the business is. Nah, this nigga ain't even ready. God damn.
It's another week in the books with the On Deck TV show, man. We got to start out better for the new year. That's my bad. We appreciate y'all joining us. I am Spike Lou.
Man, I'll let your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely. And I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy. Happy New Year to
Absolutely,
everyone
man.
out there.
We got a special guest in the building. Nick, what's popping, man?
What's
He
going
ain't
on?
no
What's
special
going on?
guest no more, man. Like he
Yeah,
be
That's
doing
true.
me on this. He ain't just here. Like,
That's true. He ain't special at all. He
expect.
just a
I
guest.
always get texts when Nick on here now. Like I always get texts to your performance on here. So good job by you, bro.
I'm hoping it's good. It's good. Well, shit. These days, I don't know
It
what they say.
varies. It varies.
I don't know what they be saying. Boy. All I know is, hey,
all of
hey,
his all of it's in good context though. Everybody like respect what you do and they appreciate it. The people that reach out to me. So
hey,
shout out
B.
to you.
All I really be trying to do, I tell Ludus every week, bro. I'm like, look, I got my ear to the streets. I don't. It's not always coming from me. You know what I'm saying? The streets be talking, so don't nobody always speak up for them. You know what I mean?
And you younger than us too. You younger than us, so you get to give a good perspective on that. But it's some niggas that love Drake that hate you. I'll tell you that. It's some niggas that listen to this show that
Hey,
love Drake that they don't fuck with you.
I'm fair
They
on
don't fuck
Drake.
with you. I'm just telling you,
Fair
they
on
don't fuck
Drake.
with you
Are you?
because of
Are
your
you
Drake
though?
takes.
I am fair. I just know I'm never one sided on anybody. Like when we
Nah,
had the
you one
whole
sided on
when
Drake.
we had the conversation about the Kendrick and Drake beef when it came out early, I was like, bro, this if this nigga lose, bro, I was like, it's gonna look ugly. Like Drake was gonna be Thanos. There's a whole alternative universe where Drake wins this beef handedly, and we don't know what's going on in hip hop moving forward.
And
That's
rap
true.
wouldn't allow that, so they hated on him. All right, we have our
Here we
first
go.
episode of 2025. Action-packed lineup. Appreciate y'all hanging in there, being patient with us, man. Took a little 2-week vacay, man. We got to get that rest. And look, Nick's still on vacay.
Yeah,
He
man.
at the beach and shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring in good vibes. We already know what's coming up over inaugural weekend and shit like that, boy.
That's a fact. Listen, man, action-packed episode. Today, Jim Jones is back in the news, man. He gives the origin of sneaker culture. We're gonna see if we bite it or not. We're gonna break down our top 5 albums of the 2024. We didn't get to do that before we exited the year. And Lupe has a very interesting radio station that he is coming out with. It's crazy. Of course, new Drake freestyle, the whole nine. We're going to get to everything. But first, we'd be remiss if we didn't pay our respects to OG Mako, Atlanta artist. He ended up passing away since our break. We know there were rumors of him passing away earlier. They weren't necessarily true. His family put out kind of a post confirming a couple of days later due to apparently a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So rest in peace, OG Mako. Kind of came to prominence with that his single "Bitch You Guessed It" or "You Guessed It" was the name of it. So yeah, just condolences to friends, family, and fans. What say y'all?
Yeah.
R.I.P. man. Shout out
All
to your condolences to his family and friends. I wasn't that much up on him, but then ain't got really nothing to do with his life as a young black man. So condolences to his family and friends, man.
yeah, my thing was like I was shocked at the news at first because it was like when you read the headline, it was like this was seems like it's a clear attempt at suicide, but they weren't trying to call it like that at first, and they weren't even trying to
Mhm.
call it like he was dead or not. Like it was like speculation going back and forth. But like from where I found, first heard him to where we are at now, it's like, bruh, you can go up and down in this game, and it would you would just come out looking like a whole different person. It's just like you would think that he was probably somebody that could have took off. Like he was in that. To me, he's in the same class as Yachty a little bit when they were just like you didn't know which one of these weird but got some type of flash and charisma type of dudes where they were gonna go in the music industry. And the fact that he didn't, and then it ended up like this, it's just, yeah, it's sad. He was super young too.
Yeah, he was, and he had been having a little bit of a rough go at it ever since that song blew up. He caught like a super rare flesh-eating disease on his face. Like he kind of had some kind of fell on some bad luck or whatnot. So yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's a sad way to end the story, but rest in peace, OG Mako for sure. Let's keep it Atlanta, man. Lil Baby finally dropped his long-awaited Wham project. Apparently, it's the first of two to come out this year. He went on a promo run. He did a one-on-one with Charlamagne, did a one-on-one with Lil Yachty, and he dropped the album. Lou, I kick it with you. Any takeaways from the promo run, and what did you think of the album? Is it possible that Lil Baby is finally back?
Possible that he's back is an interesting way to phrase it from somebody like you who been hating
Jesus.
on Lil Baby for the longest time. I don't think it's about is he back or not, but I do think like the quality is there. I feel like that he's getting a hard time online from people like academics who create a narrative and now people run with it because they want to be cool. I don't
Mhm.
think that this is a bad album. It's not like it's not great. I will admit that, but it ain't bad either. It's like what you should expect from Lil Baby at this point in time in his career. I still stand by. I don't think that he's as motivated as you should be as a rapper of his tier to like putting out good stuff. I think he feel like I'm Lil Baby, so I can just put this out, and it comes across in the music, and that's part of the criticism that he's getting. But with that being said, it's not a bad album. It's not something where people. I saw a tweet where it was like it's time to apply for them CDLs for Lil Baby. I don't think that that's true. Like I won't go that far because I do think that he is still saying stuff. I just think that the lingo and the swag that he had and came in the game with has been copied so many times that we almost have grown tired of hearing it from him. And he's not. I love Lil Baby. I've been on him since day one. And as far as fucking with him, you can go in the records and check. But he's not good enough to overcome everybody doing his style like Future is.
Mm.
Like when Future does this, you can listen to everybody else to try to do what Future do. And you be like, okay, I see why Future's different.
Yeah.
When everybody try to do what Lil Baby do, it's like, oh, okay, it's becoming convoluted, and I don't really see what separates him from the other nigga that sound just like him that I may like more than him because I'm hating on Lil Baby. So he dealing with a double-edged sword here in the sense of he gotta want to be a rapper more. He gotta want to be good at this more than he is. Like, I think he's leaning on I'm Lil Baby. And that was cool coming in. It was refreshing. It was new. Nobody was using that lingo. Nobody was like doing the things that you do or talking the way that you talk. But now everybody's talking like that. And now you sound like everybody else because you ain't that dedicated to being great at it. And I think that's his biggest holdup
Nick,
and
what
what
do you
I
think
thought about this album.
about this Wham album?
Lou try to give a whole damn eulogy to the
Facts.
title. Just try to
Damn dissertation on Lil Baby
boy,
Wham
he
album.
That's
try
my
to
guy, man.
try to.
I'm trying to find the best way to speak positively
I
of him
know.
because I fuck with him. That's my
Again,
guy.
You was
if
reaching
y'all,
for sure.
I was gonna say if y'all don't know the
Y'all hate.
offices of Spike and
Y'all
Lou,
hating.
bail bondsman working 24 hours a day,
Y'all hate. I see
twice
y'all
on
hating right now.
twice
I
on
see it.
Mondays. You know, so he put overtime. This album, I would say this though. Yeah, this isn't like. I mean, for the run that we just coming off of last year at hip hop is like there is kind of becoming a standard for projects now, especially a rollout. I would say this project is actually really good though. I'm not gonna say I think it's one of his best projects he put out in a minute. Like this stands out to me. I was listening to it a lot because again, the conversation on Lil Baby has died out a lot. To me, like Lil Baby, damn near probably like the Tyreek Hill of
Holy shit.
of the rap game, where it's like there was a point in time when you thought he wasn't going anywhere, it's gonna be in the top three, and then all of a sudden, this motherfucker, he asking for a trade request. Like, but this project is like I was listening to it, like I was working out in the gym and stuff, and like he got a lot of good records, like this, like, and it kind of flows very well as when it comes to just placements, but it's not like my turn. Like I feel like you remember like I don't know what it is about certain albums or certain times that you hear artists early in their career, but there's certain projects where it's like it just don't sound like this or it don't feel like this.
Yeah.
It can sound good. It can sound like I don't really have any like issues with it, but it don't hit like it used to. And some artists, like you mentioned, Lou, like Future can just make multiple projects like that where they just hit. And sometimes rappers only have one really classic project and everything else is just good to all right. You know what I mean? Like it just happens. And I think maybe this is him.
Yeah, I think the talent discrepancy between someone like a Future and him is different. It's just levels to it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think the album is mid. It's not trash. I know the joke online is it's trash, and it's not trash. It's just mid. It absolutely doesn't hit the same. I don't know anyone that would disagree with that. And I think that's the issue. There's no big records on here. There's no hits. There's nothing close to it.
You don't think the
Nothing.
Future and Thug record is a hit?
I don't think that's gonna stick. I don't. And I thought Thug sounded like hey, he sounded like he hadn't rapped in 2 years.
That's well, I'll say this. That may be one of Future's best verses in a minute. He was. I like Thug's part too, though. But like,
I was going to say, me personally, this is the most palatable Thug for me.
It was clear.
Like, all the other shit that he be doing, like you said 2 years ago, I don't understand it. This right here, I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, but it wasn't Thug though. At least not what he's been up until this point.
Yeah, it's not the best version of Thug, but it's a version of Thug that, like, if you like rap or like Southern rap, like you be like, oh, this motherfucker ripping it right. And then Future closed it out. I'm like, bro, that beat, bro, you listen to that in the whip, my nigga.
Let's be clear. There is no best version of Thug. Let's throw that notion out the window.
Don't do that. This is why we can't have certain conversations.
Let's leave that in 2024. First off,
bro.
No, that's hating. That's hating.
Hey, but I will say this. Maybe you realize there's a reason why people were like wanting Thug to get on probation. Like they wanted the best for him because of how much he means to hip hop right now, Atlanta hip hop, bro. Come on, we can't do that.
The elephant in the room is that Lil Baby needs to get on his phone, unblock Gunna's number from his shit, and he needs to give him a call and apologize. That's the elephant in the room, and everybody wants to act like they don't want to say that. And I will give you this though, because you said he didn't necessarily. He doesn't seem to be invested. I disagree because I watched some of his Charlemagne interview and some of his Yachty interview, and that's the most he's ever talked. And he talked very candidly. He talked about changing the name of 4PF and the thought process behind that. He talked about why he'll never work with Gunna again. He talked about I thought he spoke very. This was the most like vocal I've ever heard Lil Baby speak, and I'm not gonna act like I've seen every interview, but he's gone leaps and bounds from that original Breakfast Club interview. And I thought he had a great head on his shoulders, and I like this perspective. I just wish the music was better.
That's a really great point, and a couple of things that stem from that to what I'm speaking to. One is I compared to Jeezy. Jeezy, like you're saying with Thug, was just like you're saying with Lil Baby, it was the same. You would see interviews, it's painful to sit through, like, bro, why is he doing this? But it was authentic. And now I feel like that Baby is trying to lean more into the rapper. I have to do these interviews. He is playing the game now, and that doesn't coming off. It's not coming off as appealing to the people who fuck with him because he was authentic. And that's the gift and the curse of it. Like, yes, you have to do these things in order to be successful as a rapper, but still the people that are looking at you like, oh, I relate to you. Now they seeing you as a rapper versus, oh, this is somebody that like, it's just like me. And it's a gift and a curse in the sense of I can't keep sitting up here doing these interviews, acting like I'm ignorant, acting like I'm a street nigga, acting like I don't know all of these things that attribute to my music and the people that fuck with me. So he's dealing with this thing where a lot of people are going to act like, oh, you've changed, oh, you ain't the same. But like the whole line says, nigga, I ain't come all this way to be the same, bro.
Yeah, fact.
And he's dealing. I feel like he's dealing with that right now.
That's
Jeezy dealt with that, and it's hard. It's hard to deal with.
Nah, that's fair. What we got next, man?
All right, next, man. Your man's AB Drake came out with a new freestyle. I didn't know it had a title. It's entitled "Fighting Irish," which is crazy. What do you think? I'll start with you, AB, since you're the resident Drake.
Aficionado, yes.
No, look, and it wasn't the word I was going to use. But go ahead.
he was about to call you out your name, boy.
So the freestyle, if anybody that missed it, came from it was a clip out of a Conductor Williams like documentary on YouTube. It was like somewhere in the middle. It was a little freestyle. It was kind of like it was recorded through a cell phone, so it wasn't official, wasn't CD quality. Conductor Williams, producer for Griselda. I thought the freestyle was fine. You couldn't really hear it that well. He touched on a couple of things. It sounded like
them bars, nigga.
We all heard the bars, nigga. The bars was there. We heard the bars. You're right. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying in terms of quality, the beat, it wasn't CDQ is my point, and so that takes a couple of points away. But I like what he was saying. I thought what he was saying was fine. He dressed like LeBron allegedly, and there may have been a Kendrick line or two in there. I thought it was fine. I mean, I didn't, he said he was gonna get back to turning the party up. He's gonna leave the beef shit alone. I thought it was fine for a unofficial cell phone recording releasing a documentary. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I thought he was barring it up on him personally.
This is the great thing about this show and the different perspectives
We
from
all agree,
somebody that loves Drake and somebody who can look at it objectively, which you
like me.
can't, AB. Nick, what do you say?
He it's not like he's not talented. He proved that for numerous years, and he proved that in his freestyle. He's still a very talented artist, very talented rapper. But we just came off a conversation where we talked about somebody making music that don't hit the same. And I'm sorry, AB. Usually when he would drop stuff like this, it would hit differently. And again, I gotta be the objective person in the room. It just seems like what you were saying earlier were kind of like his excuses for why if anybody criticizes, we be like, oh, this is a freestyle. Oh, this was shot through a camera phone. Oh, this was just off of a conductor, William, whoever the fuck. I'm like,
Look,
fuck
Nick.
all that shit, bro. Like,
All those are facts, though. That's what
I,
everything you
I,
just
I,
said was the
I,
You
actual
under-
did
thing.
that though.
I,
You
I
did
understand.
that.
That's what I'm saying. I understand if someone was to like you're grading it off of a huge curve, but like what I'm really more interested in is like I want to see how he jumps back. Like we seen, I guess the middle class version of this, or you could depending on how you think of this artist is the low class version of this is exactly when Gunna got those snitching allegations, right?
Yeah,
Everybody was wondering like, what is his music gonna sound like next? What is he? And then he went on a run.
facts.
Like, will Drake do that moving forward? Because I would be surprised if he does, based off of not surprised as far as him and his talents, but just the way people have been reacting to his music lately.
Oh, I got you.
Like,
I
you know
got
what
you.
I'm saying? Like a lot of people have come out the woodwork and be like, I'm talking to the ladies too, like his main audience. I'm talking to the ladies too, and they were like,
The-
yeah, we don't like when Drake do the tough guy stuff. We like when he do the night like the sing songy stuff. You know what I'm
That's always
saying?
been the case, though.
Yeah, but like he's lately been doing a lot of tough guy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, will he go back to like, will he go back to his place? Pretty much.
I put it like this: anybody that regurgitate a Kendrick perspective gets on my fucking nerves, dude. You literally just pulled that from a Kendrick line. Like, stop. You like not you. I'm saying whoever is saying that they're being a sheep, and I need them to have their own thoughts. But go ahead.
Do you think he was trying to be a tough guy on this song?
I didn't.
Yeah.
It's
What
nothing
about
different
you,
from what he said before.
No, I don't think he's trying to be a tough. I'm just saying like everything that was leading up, like within the beef and everything up, like up to that point, like when he was really trying to go blow for blow with the bars with Kendrick, it was a tough guy mentality way he was like doing it. And I think the ladies or like the audience is just kind of like, especially with after the losses, like, all right, that don't really work for you. Go back to what kind of works for you. And we'll see how we judge your music moving forward. And that's where I'm at with it. It's like, okay, the beef is over. You lost. It don't matter. Move
Did he?
on. We're all moving along. We're
Yeah,
all moving
you
along.
did.
Can you still be a top three, top or number one again? Can you reclaim your spot? You know, everybody like a comeback story. So I'm just trying to, and he's missed the comeback story.
No.
So can he? I'm giving him enough grace to be like, he was one of the biggest artists for over a decade, if not the biggest artist for over a decade. He should be able to bounce back. If he doesn't, that says that this 30 for 30 gets crazy, Lou. If he don't come back like how he was.
I think he can bounce back. I do think that he can bounce back, but I do think that there's things that he needs to deal with as an artist before he can bounce back. And to the song's point, he sounds defeated in this song. Like there was no reason for me to come out with a song to diss LeBron. Like the majority of the song is dissing LeBron and niggas who enjoyed Not Like Us, who Drake thought were his friends. And I get it. It's hard. Like it doesn't feel good for people that I thought to fuck with me to be out here dancing to Not Like Us on Amazon 10 times straight in front of niggas. I get that. That doesn't feel good. But I do think that Drake is a big enough artist and he should have enough stature where it's like, this shit don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck if LeBron is at Kendrick's concert singing or rapping word for word. I don't give a fuck if YG is there and I mentioned him in my diss thinking that was going to play some type of way for me. it's coming off like he's some sort of hurt where he should be because he's a big enough artist where like, all right, I lost, bro. I took it on the chin and we can continue to move forward. And I think that was the main thing what Kendrick was speaking to. Like, bro, you're not like us. Like, yeah, Jay, Nas had Ether and whatever they did. Pac Big had, well, they died from it, but I ain't gonna use them. But Jay and Nas in the sense of, yes, we had that. It happened. We moved on. It's over. I don't think that Drake has done a great job at moving on past this. It's over. I think Kendrick has done a great job. He put the GNX out. I ain't hear him talking about Drake in the sense of, well, I mentioned this nigga name, where it's obvious who I'm talking about. It's just, oh, I'm the top nigga now, and I'm gonna rap about niggas who aren't on my level. I get that, but with Drake, his freestyle just sounded like he was hurt, and to call out in this song like he did with niggas like you could tell he was talking about LeBron.
Yeah,
You
for
could
sure.
tell the different niggas that he was talking about. If I'm LeBron, it's like, bro, I play basketball, bro. Why do you give a fuck what I think? Like, me and you can still be cool. If I called and checked on your son, whatever the line was, like a pediatrician, then I should still be able to do that because
No,
this
you
is
can't.
just rap,
You
bro.
can't. You can't do that, Lou. You
I
can't
don't
do that,
agree,
Lou.
What
but
are
this
we
is
talking
just
about?
rap,
Yeah,
bro.
right. Because it's based off the content. It's based off the
So
context.
I'm not
Lou.
friends. I'm not friends with a nigga no more because he was at the Kendrick show.
No,
I'm
Lou.
hurt. I'm putting a freestyle out about that.
It's bigger
That's
than that.
crazy.
It's bigger
That's
than that, bro.
insane.
You're insane for even getting this loud about knowing the point that me and AB probably agree on, bro. It's like if there was a song about you that was out calling you a pedophile, child molester, and then you see me and AB doing the damn crib walk to it
Hey,
10 times over, and then I hit you up like, hey, bro, how your mama doing? You gonna say, nigga,
I
fuck you.
promise you, Nick. I promise you, Nick. I'm not putting a podcast out about you two niggas though. Like that's not going to happen. I would call you before that happened. For me to put a freestyle out, and then to the points that y'all said, a freestyle with a camera, and I can exclude it. Like, oh, I didn't even know the nigga leaked this. I didn't know this was coming out. Like, bro, stop. Like, man up. Be a
Are y'all
part
done?
of
Let me know when y'all done, man. God
Go
damn.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Listen,
ahead.
man. Listen, y'all are killing me right now. Yeah, niggas is acting like niggas is not human. I love when people do this. People used to do this all the time.
He went from a six guy to a human to a
I
peasant.
can say, here we go.
Niggas kill
Now
me.
Drake is human.
Now Drake is
the number one pop artist, and now this
Boy.
nigga deserves the credit to being
Listen,
human. Stop, baby.
now Drake is AI, a robot all of a sudden who can't feel who's not allowed to feel anything, even though his career is built off feelings. Now all of a sudden he can't feel nothing. Okay, cool, that makes sense. This reminds me of, speaking of LeBron, I remember when LeBron, it would be nigga game 12 nigga in the 5th playoff series, and niggas would be like, yo, why don't you just drive to the basket, LeBron? You could do that every time. Niggas get fatigued, nigga. Like, you see him hooping and shit, I get it. He looks super fucking human. He's actually not. He's just like everyone else, and niggas get tired. Niggas also feel some type of way. All that old, so what, he was on stage with so-and-so and he was co-signing and in the video, and no, bro. Like, no, I get it. Niggas want to be too cool to care about shit. I get it. I don't care about anything. Nothing bothers me. I get it. I promise.
See,
I do. But that's not the case. Niggas be feeling some type of way, especially a nigga whose career is built off of it. That's all I'm saying. I thought the freestyle was cool. I'm not saying it was amazing. I don't know how old it is. Niggas talking about Jay and Nas. That shit took years for them niggas to get over that shit. We ain't even 12 months away, dude. What are we talking about? Why are we getting compared to
think, but see, AB, I think that speaks to the point of the delusion of Drake in this. Like, are him and LeBron really friends?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro. Like, if they are really friends, then LeBron would have been there on the stage fucking doing the fucking crip walk to Not Like Us. Because as to Nick's point, I fuck with you two. Like, you two are my friends. I look at you differently from how I feel like Drake would look at LeBron. Like, so yeah, if y'all niggas up there crip walking on my grave on Amazon in front of 50 million people, I would feel differently about that. But I still feel like that's because I think y'all are my friends, and Drake overshot thinking LeBron was his friend. Like, we just cool because we both famous, bro. It ain't
you speculate.
we ain't going to we're not going to Thanksgiving dinner together. I would come to your house, AB, for Thanksgiving dinner. Nick, I would come to your house for Thanksgiving dinner because we're really friends. Drake and LeBron ain't really friends. So for you to put a 4-minute freestyle out about a nigga who ain't really your friend, who's just famous and you're famous and you like his music and you like him because he can play basketball, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and him. Like whatever y'all got going on, it's different from what y'all are trying to say.
I do agree with AB. We don't know the extent of what the
we speculate.
is. So like,
not friends, bro. Y'all niggas know that, man. Y'all know they not friends from how it played out. Y'all seen that shit. If y'all were my friends, y'all wouldn't be at this nigga concert dancing like that.
That's what you
and
hope,
I get Drake. I get Drake feeling like that. I see it. I get it, but
that's
look
what you
reality
hope.
in the face.
That's what you hope, Lou. But if you see us get me AB come out there to the yo dance like you said, dance like you gonna be sick. You gonna be dropping up freestyle too. My thing is, before we move on, the biggest question I have for both of y'all, and I think going back to the music, who's under more pressure right now for their next project? Is it between Drake and Cardi B? Because I feel like.
That's a good one.
Damn,
I feel like Drake can't just come out like AB. You would as a fan, as a super fan, you would even have to agree like he just can't come out with anything.
I agree. I'm judging. I'm going to wait on the real rollout. The real rollout will get graded legitimately. I don't think he's had a real rollout since this wasn't it though, in my opinion.
Exactly. So like again, and I agree too. Like that's why I'm kind of getting over the Lucy's that he's been dropping. Like, just, bro, I'm waiting for the project. I'm waiting to hear what you really got to say when you actually care. When you actually care. And with Cardi B, is like we waiting on the project to see if you still got it. Like you're right now. She's the GOAT of kicking the can. So give her a plaque for that. But your next official project body of work, we gonna grade the hell out of it because we're gonna be like, this is what took you so long.
Yeah, it's gonna be under a microscope. They both gonna be under big microscopes. I would say Drake's just because it's a little more relevant to the current climate, but they both under a lot of pressure for sure.
I don't know. I would say more so Cardi because of the time length. Like it's been so long and people were going like Cardi's a superstar.
Facts.
Like so the next time that she comes out, and we talked about this with Lil Baby's album, the next time she come out, we expecting that shit to be like top tier. Yeah, like we expecting that shit to be like the first album was, and I don't know if she can do that again. I'm not sure. All the shit that I give Drake on here, I know that nigga can put a good album out. I don't know if he's been trying or if he cares, all the lawsuit shit that he got going on with UMG. Like, I'm not sure if he's interested in putting out like God's plan and shit like that again. I don't know. But I do believe that he can do it. I don't know with Cardi, though. Yeah, I'm not sure if she can do it. So I would say Cardi over Drake.
I ain't mad at that. Y'all let us know in the comments, man, who's under more pressure to drop a fire project, Cardi B or Drizzy Drake? Moving on, during a recent episode of Rory and Maul podcast, your man Elliott Wilson was on there speaking on rappers in media. And he said, quote, everybody is in media. Cameron's running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with. Why is he a sports journalist? Because he has an opinion? He's got Mace having a job because the bag is there. This is the shit I do well, and now everybody wants to do it. I don't like it, end quote. Of course, Cameron didn't take this lightly, and he sent shots on social media and on their show, of course. Nick, I'll start with you. Whose side are you on? Do you think Elliott has a point, or are you like, why are they messing with Cam, man? He ain't bothering nobody.
I'm definitely not on Elliott's side, but I because of history, not because of his point. Of history, he's been a hater. He's been hating on anything new. He's a curmudgeon. You could tell he obviously reluctantly is adjusting to times because he wished it would just stay how it was back in the early 2000s, late 90s, where you had to come to us to get certified. He don't like the other way around where it's like now the artist or the content creator, the entertainer certifies the platform now. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay wouldn't be big if it wasn't for Cat Williams blessing that stage. You know what I'm saying? He set the tone. It could have been just like Jeff Teague's podcast.
Yeah, another regular.
Yeah, like if you know, you know.
Which is good though. Don't do it to Jeff Teague though.
No, I'm saying like it's not gonna get the hoopla where like it's gonna be on the Shade Room for like whoever's their next guest. Like, so to me, it's just like, I get what he's saying. And I kind of do miss those days of like legit music journalism or like people actually getting good, interviews. But this is hating because it's coming from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand his gripe against the culture of hip hop spreading to sports to where we actually got even more voices in that area where we weren't having them before. So that's my thing is like I understand if you're talking about other people coming into these spaces who are outsiders, but these are the insiders. Like who don't want to talk to Mason Cam about damn near anything, especially. And I would only want to, and I would even limit to that. Let me take that back a little bit. Who don't want to talk to Cam and Mace about sports, especially because they come from New York and stuff like that. Like it's just hip hop and sports.
And they both hoop too.
That's what I'm saying. They both go
They
together. They
got
got
backgrounds in it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like why not? And then on the Rory and Mal podcast, I think the woman Baby D was even saying like they actually got a journalist, like a woman
Maybe
reporter.
D.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
stats.
yeah,
Excuse me.
on their team. So it's like they doing what they can. It's just I think Elliott just always wanted. He just wants to. He's the type of person where he can't give flowers to other people without trying to big himself up, or he has to belittle other things to big himself up. And it's just like, bro, like that's old. Like I don't give a fuck about that.
Lou, whose side are you on?
There's a couple of discussing things about this on Elliott since I think that he's trying to lean into the villain thing because he's seen that that gets some traction. He's seen that people start viewing me now, people clicking on me more because they
Yep.
think that I'm a hater. So I don't mind being the hater and leaning into this. But I also think that that's disingenuous. That's disrespectful to hip hop. That's disrespectful to Cam. That's disrespectful to Mace because saying that he's running around acting like he's Stephen A. Smith is some of the most hated ass shit that you could
Facts.
possibly say. Because though, like Cam, I don't watch the episode. I don't really watch their show, but I fuck with stats. I fuck with Cam. I fuck with Mace. All the clips are funny. It's really good. They're doing a good job. I respect the fact that they wearing suits and they're saying like the little slogan is do it like you're doing it for TV. Like I'm doing the same shit that Stephen A. do. I'm doing the
Mhm.
same shit
They taking
that
it seriously.
Shannon. I'm taking this shit serious. I got
Yeah.
sources. I got all of these things. And for Elliot just to dismiss that, like on some just hating shit. It
Yeah.
ain't nothing. There is no basis for what he's doing other than just I'm gonna be a hater ass nigga. And he was lit. Like you could tell the little
Yeah,
slur
he was
talk he was
slurring.
doing.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
sauced up.
he was lit. You could tell
Yeah.
he had been drinking a little bit. So this don't put him in the best light, especially for where we regard him in hip hop like royalty. Like he's one of those dudes. Like Elliot is one of those dudes. You're like, nah, you got to take him serious. You got to listen to him. And for him to come out here and be like, oh no, I ain't gonna lean into that. I'm gonna lean into being a hater, being a villain, hoping I get clicks, thinking that this is going to be what keeps me relevant during these times with people like Cam and Mace who are actually doing something that's good, who are actually doing something that people want to see. I'm just gonna be a hater and hope people click on it. Like it's whack. Like Elliot's bigger than that. He's better than that. I respect his content more than that, and I'm glad that Worry and Mal, when they were talking to him, they did hold him to it. Like, bro, you bullshitting. Because he is. This is bullshit. I fuck with Cam and Mace. Again, I don't really watch the show, but every clip that come around, I do watch it. And they do a great job in covering sports
Uh,
in the sense of what it is for what it is.
Yeah, I think it's clear that Elliot's hating. I think he's not trying to hide that fact. There's a strategy in content creation where you can actually get on by being a hater.
Hater.
And because by showing what you're against, you're actually telling what you're for at the same time. And so people who are for the same thing may gravitate towards you. So that's kind of the
Good
strategy
point.
that some people like to take, right? It's always kind of you can have a villain. It happened in Wicked. Shout out to Wicked if anybody that saw that, because the Wizard of Oz did the same thing with the witch. Made her a villain, so and painted her as a bad person to make everybody kind of fuck with
Nobody
him.
seen that, bro.
He was trying to do this. Clear, y'all not deep like that. I thought
No,
y'all was
I had to take my nieces to see this, so I see it, bro. That movie is long as shit, bro.
long as fuck.
Went in there at 11 a.m., came out at 6 p.m., bro. That
That shit was
shit.
crazy. It was a marathon. But I will say this reminds me of when rappers started getting into acting back in the day. And
Yeah.
you had actors who were like,
Mm,
man, here they taking
that's a
all the
good one.
roles and they doing all of this. And this goes to that whole like there can only be one Bro, it's so much bread out here, bro. All these niggas getting bread
Facts.
podcasts and all they just picked a different lane. They took the sports lane, whereas most of the hip hop artists take the culture lane. They just took another piece of it. There's nothing wrong with it. No one's complaining. They minding their own business. They taking the thing seriously. And it's they both hooped coming up. It's not like they don't know sports. I get it. I think people see like what Stephen A and Skip did for sports. And so it's like, oh, they were so opinionated and da da da. But of course, they both had journalism backgrounds. We don't know them for that. We know them for being on TV yelling at each other and debating, which is what we do at barbershops and on couches playing 2K. We've been doing that for years. So people think, oh, we can do the same thing. But Elliott is playing the hater role. He's been doing it with Drake all last year. He did it with Nicki. It's getting old and played out. And the only time I wonder how
He
it
come up like the
feels.
old nigga. He come up
Yeah,
like the old nigga.
but he's always leaned into the old nigga though. Like I think he's okay with being
But
that.
the old hater is crazy though.
He to him it's the old standing on principles and how this thing should be. It's not being a
It don't
hater to
come off
him.
that way. It don't
Of
come
course
off that
not.
way though.
Of course,
And that's the
right.
important thing. Like you're right in what you're saying. He don't see it that way, but the
No.
way that it's coming off to people as far as how he's doing it, like nah, bro.
If
Like
you don't know that's what he's doing, then yeah, you're
it
thinking
take
it's
away
something
from
else.
your legacy. It take away from his legacy. Like
I agree.
you're willing to go out on a limb, hate on Cam, hate on Drake, hate on Act, hate on all these people who obviously people fuck with, but you're gonna be like, oh no, this not right. Like, nah, bro, stop.
My
Like
my
nobody
thing,
is buying into that.
but the thing that I do agree with him on is that to a certain extent, we do need gatekeepers. And the more we keep going into deeper, as long as hip hop culture keeps expanding and going on 50 plus years, those gatekeepers are becoming less and less. And of course, that's due to technology because now we
The
have more
internet.
access. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I do understand on principle, like, bro, you just can't let anybody do anything just off
That's fair.
principle. You know
That's
what I'm
fair.
saying? Like, and I'm not saying this is about Mason Cam because I like what they do because the sports debate space is big enough for them.
Yeah.
So it's not like they taking anybody's, interviews or anything like that. Like, nah, they just one of them.
Yeah.
But
His
I
anger is
do
misguided.
but I
Right.
do think there should be a standard. Like to me, you can't be less than them and get the attention they get because
And
they've earned that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like those platforms where it's like, bro, you're less than the other shows. Like I'd rather listen to Rory or Mal than Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather listen to um
What is Rory Amal's background in journalism?
they cool
well
with Joe Buttons.
well, I was gonna say like I mean so more of like I think that's a good point. Like they don't really have a good background to be gatekeepers either. But I
And I'm not
prefer
even saying
their
that they need to. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah,
They
If
not.
somebody
I just
listening is
And they
saying
not gatekeepers either though. They're like Rory and Maul are not two niggas that can be like, oh, you have the permission to be in this space or not be in this space. Like I don't think people observe them in that nature. And that's why I love Cam's response so much. Cam's response was like, okay, I see what you're saying, Elliot. Now I'm finna start using my resources. Now I'm finna use the resource of being Cameron for 20 plus years and being rapping. All these rap niggas that fuck with me, all these NBA niggas that fuck with me, all these NFL niggas that fuck with me. I'm finna call and get the scoop before ESPN can. I'm finna call and get the scoop before FS1 can. And that's the perfect space that he's in. And I really like how he was able to lean into that in his response to Elliott. Like you have me fucked up. I can reach out and do the same thing that Adam Scheffner would do or whoever it may be what works for ESPN would do. And I fuck with these niggas. They've been fucking with me for years because nigga, I'm Cameron.
yeah. And he took a different lane too. He had OJ on his shit, and the people they're not touching
Yeah.
ESPN and them not touching
ESPN
OJ.
not getting
Oh,
OJ on there.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he carved out a lane. It just Elliott that's not a good
It's
look.
yeah, it's gross that Elliott feels like that's what he has to do to be relevant.
I agree.
Like he has way more context and can talk to way more people than
again, that's
we
why I say
know.
begrudgingly he accepts the way things are going. Like, when you fight change, it's gonna make you look even worse.
Of facts.
And for me, it's just like bruh, like I think he's also just there's a fact of like the time has passed him too. Like you may have to be just an executive. You can't be maybe the man on the street no more. And
That was a good point.
I think he used to being man on the street. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one in the streets, but the streets don't even recognize you no more.
Yeah, he
So
hanging on
you
by a
should
thread.
at this point, like just like every other great artist usually goes into an executive level role and then that extends their legacy, extends their great like that.
Facts.
Everybody has done it from Kanye to Jay-Z to J. Cole to even Drake. Like even now Kendrick, like it's like everybody goes into like I need to. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I still want to be a part of it.
Really
But
good
like
point.
I gotta be a part of it from this distance.
Yeah.
A couple of podcasts that I was listening to that were speaking about this said the same thing that you said, Nick. And I think that's a really good point. Elliott should be in a position of if I'm not the dude to be able to do it, then I'm going to groom someone under me and be the executive producer, be the person that's like giving you pointers. But I know there's a Kai Cenat or people like that who are going to hit more than I am.
Mhm.
And I just got to accept that as an old head. Like he ain't accepting it as an old head. Like, bro, like this ain't the game for you sometimes. So,
Facts.
all
What's
right.
next, man?
Next, we got 21 Savage says his top 5 ATL lyricists. I want to know from you guys, do y'all think this is an accurate list or is 21 Savage tripping? I will start with AB.
So his 5, of course, was him at number 1, which I'll let slide. I expect him to say that.
I
He
would
did
not
rip
say
that
that.
Little Baby though. I ain't gonna lie. I like that
He
verse.
did. That was a
He's
good verse.
improved. He can be a number 1 on the ATL improved list. I'll give him that.
That's funny.
But then he gave 2 through 5. He said Jid, Young Thug, Little Baby, and Future. I guess Ti is not from Atlanta. I guess Shorty Low is right. I guess Andre
He's
3000 is
Damn,
not from
stop.
Atlanta.
Don't even
he
do
said
that.
JID for real.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know
I
he
guess
fuck with him like that.
I guess
He
Ludacris is
don't.
not from it. They got songs
Somebody
together.
told him. Somebody told him about
They
that.
got a song together. That's why he said that.
JID and 21 Savage got songs
Yeah,
together.
that shit was hard.
I ain't.
Facts. So that's what so that's all. That's the only reason he said that. But I guess Ti, Ludacris, Andre 3000. I guess none of them are from Atlanta. Because obviously they're better lyricists than them. Now, if he wanted to say of the 2010s, I still wouldn't agree, but at least it would make more sense. But yeah, no.
This is
Lyrically,
yeah. I think sometimes I feel like
What was the official top 5 that he said?
Jid, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Future, and himself.
Nick, what you say about that?
that list is trash. But
Thank you.
it's but to me, I didn't look at it like that. As far as like to be critical, it looked at it as like, bro, I'm gonna prop up these guys who are from Atlanta that maybe not that don't get talked about enough. Like to me, I'm not saying like everybody on the list. Of course, I'm mostly talking about JID.
The end.
Yeah, that's probably just JID. Because I've never heard anyone say like he doesn't get his props, and we all kind of respect him for what he does musically, but he don't really. If it wasn't for TikTok, I don't even think people would even know about some of his records. You know what I'm saying? So
I still don't know.
yeah, I give 21 credit for that shout out. But yeah, bro, you gotta have if you don't have 3K, Jeezy, Ti, Gucci, um, shit, yeah, even Ludacris, like you gotta have at least something of like, all right, bro, we could tell that you did your homework.
I
This
agree.
is just this is when your little son throw some bullshit on a piece of paper and try to turn it in. You're like, come on, bro, come back. You gotta come back and over here do it again because you over here just you fucking with me now.
I think this is an example of what we experience when niggas try to tell us about Rakim or EPMD or KRS-One, all of these things. We're like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit.
That's your bias talking because you hate
Nah,
East Coast
no,
rappers.
I'm just saying. We don't give a fuck. We didn't give a fuck about that when people were telling us about, oh, this nigga changed the rap game. Like 21 Savage is speaking from the same perspective. He's younger than us. Like T.I. don't matter to him. Jeezy don't matter to him.
Really?
Ludacris don't matter. Yeah, that don't matter to him.
But those people you
He's
named about those people you named for yourself aren't from your area though, bro. The people
Yeah,
you're naming
exactly.
niggas in here from his backyard. How did those have to he came up on them? That's different, bro.
Yeah,
Niggas won't listen to KRS
but I'm
One and
not
Nashville.
talking. But I'm not talking to old niggas though. I'm talking to niggas who can relate to me. I'm talking to niggas who would listen to Thug and say, "Oh, he's ripping it," who would listen to Baby and say, "Oh, he's ripping it," who would listen to JID and get that whole style and he's ripping it. Like he's not trying to cater to niggas who listen to T.I. or Jeezy or Ludacris or any like that doesn't matter to the people that he's talking to or responding to in this interview. So I understand him saying like, yeah, those people were cool, but if you're talking about right now, these are the people that I include in that list. I get it. I don't agree with it. I definitely don't agree with it because me being a T.I. fan or a stan, he gotta be on that list every time you mention Atlanta rappers. T.I. gotta be on there. Like I don't give a fuck what niggas say, and Jeezy, Slick for that matter. But if a young nigga come to me and be like, "Now Thug is better than T.I. or Thug is better than Jeezy," I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
I'm gonna say,
and
who
I see where
raised you?
21 Savage is coming from. I'm gonna say the same thing, Gabe.
Who raised you?
Who raised you? But I get it though.
I they're not that far behind, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They are though.
Niggas acting like
You
T.I.
old
70.
nigga. Look, let me explain something to you, nigga.
Niggas
You
act like
old,
T.I. is the
nigga.
hip, the hop, the
Bruh,
hippity.
you're-
No,
nigga,
nigga,
you're
they
old,
knock 24s just like everybody else do.
AB, you're an old nigga. T.I.'s old now, nigga. That shit, like, you can ask a kid now that's 18, 19, they can be like, T.I., nigga, who the fuck is that?
That's just ignorance because they don't know.
It's not. It's just because they young, though. You older than them.
Man, I was
Niggas
playing some
niggas not listening to Andre 3. Like, they not listening to Outkast. Like, young niggas not listening to Outkast, bro.
Bruh, I was with my nieces over the holidays just playing some like random shit from early 2000s like Plies T-Pain's Shawty song. And they was looking at me like, "Bro, what is this old school ass?"
They thought this shit was the Isley Brothers, nigga. They looked at
I'm
shit
like,
like you would look at the
bruh.
Isley Brothers. You like, what the fuck is it, bro?
I'm like,
I was dealing with my cousin over the holidays, and they was playing some new K Camp, and I was like, bro, niggas listen to K Camp? Like, are y'all serious? Like, young people listen to K Camp? And they was like, yeah, like we fuck with him. That's insane to me.
That's same age as T.I. That's what's crazy. Wait till
But
they find that out.
He's still putting out music for people that are young, though.
That's fair. Yeah.
to me, Future is like the only. He may be the only one that can go and go in both rooms and people be recognizing who he is, like young people. But I think even then it's getting to the point where like hip hop is getting to that point where T.I. is gonna be pushed. He's closer to 60 than he is to 20. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So like we're getting to that point where like the niggas that
nigga,
really grew
like
up on.
Melly Mel. Yeah, that nigga like Melly. Like that nigga is like the hip. Like you said, AB, he's the hip hop, hippity hop. You like, nigga, I ain't listening to that.
Like I know
you talking about the same dude that got a fucking reality show with his kids? Like, nah, I'm not listening to that. Nigga.
I know LL Cool J feel like, what the fuck happened to my life to where I was the hottest nigga in the streets as a young boy to where now I gotta go on the British radios and tell niggas I was the one. You know what I'm saying? Chris.
Facts.
Bro, like,
right.
AB, we doing like, bro, these niggas are having to prove that they was a young hot motherfucker at one point in time.
Not we don't aunties. LL Cool J got them aunties on Smash.
And the kid, yeah, he got the aunties on Smash. But the kid's not buying this shit. The kid's not buying this shit at all.
Aunties ain't either, boy. They just trying to fuck them.
Well, that's fair enough.
That's
next up, man, Lupe Fiasco back in the news, fresh off a new gig over at Johns Hopkins School. He got his own course over there, but that's not what we were tripping off of. He posted on Instagram. He said, "Quote: Imagine if there was a 24-hour." Fully AI-powered radio station trained on all of the intricacies of my rapping abilities. It was carefully refined to produce the highest quality possible Lupe Fiasco songs. Now imagine if it only played a generated song once and never again endlessly. Now imagine that radio station was only available for certain periods of time and only in certain locations, and you actually needed an FM radio to hear the songs. So apparently he and his people over at MIT, where he has also taught a class, have come up with an AI-driven radio station which does exactly what he just explained. Nick, I'm kicking it to you. Does this sound like a dope idea, or is this some iRobot shit that we don't really need?
This sound like Skynet, baby. This sound like the beginning of Skynet. when these niggas was just goofing around, thinking we could, mix some parts here and there and it'll be better for the society. And then in about 30 years, we all got the war paint on going against the machines. This is where we going into Terminator 2 quick. We skipping it. We ain't even doing Terminator 1. We going straight to 2. That's where they go, bro. And niggas is just welcoming this shit like it's like it's Jesus. Like, come on, bro. This sounds stupid. I like the idea creatively if this was like a movie script, but
Hmm.
to have this as like a possible reality, because then again, it's like people just want to give your artistic ability away to the companies at any cost.
Yeah.
Because if I'm a popular artist or I was a popular artist and I have a huge back catalog, and I have different types of unreleased tracks, like Lupe Fiasco, for example, and I do put this thing in this algorithm as you described, I can just sell that off to companies or whatever and make money off of that. Not
Mhm.
knowing that that's the blueprint of how companies are going to be like, okay, we don't need an artist anymore. We just need this person to sell us his vocal cords, his or her vocal cords,
Whoa.
and we can, you know what I'm saying?
Hey yo.
You know what I'm saying? In a consent way, you know what I'm saying? Just musically, AB. I ain't talking all the other shit. We are in 2025. I gotta calm down on my analogies. Nonetheless, we only need this person for a one session only, and then we can use their content forever in a different way without even having to pay them consistently for every track, just for that one session. Like to me, it's just showing you how you're gonna get fucked in the music industry moving forward.
Lou, do you think this is cool or corny?
It's confusing. I'll use another
Hmm.
C word. All this MIT shit, and I'm gonna do like this is the same thing as far as Lupe when his bars and some of his albums just don't sit with me. Like it's just too much, bro. Like I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I don't know what you mean when you explain some of these things to me about what if we got to dive into the aspects of me doing this? I'm like, bro, shut up, bro. Just rap. Like, if not rap, then go do the podcast with Royce or go do something else that I can palate. It's more acceptable to me as far as a rap fan. But I like Lupe. I don't think that this is. I get it in the sense of it being a music radio station and him being able to make money from this based off AI and him having different songs and people who are Lupe fanatics and will go to Reddit and will type these different things about an AI Lupe song that they heard. Yeah, like that's cool, but no, I'm out. I'm not buying this. I don't think it's a good idea. A lot of this shit that Nick was saying, like Terminator 1, 2, 3, whatever Terminator you want to use, as far as how Skynet is going to take over the society, this is a part of it. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't like it. I'm not. I'm good.
The only reason, well, two reasons I'm not feeling this. One, I'm cool on actual Lupe songs in 2025, much less AI
That
versions
being
of the
one the
song.
biggest reason. That's been the biggest reason.
Secondly, I read his Instagram post, read like two or three articles on it, and had the same question after everything, which was why. I don't
Well,
understand the purpose. Like, if it's for him to make ad revenue on the 36 people that are going to subscribe to this shit, okay, then fine. Like, I get it, but I just don't understand why. Is it just to say you did it? I may be missing something, so I'll leave some space for that. But just off top, looking into it, I don't get why. Why would anyone want to hear one song one time? Like I don't care if it's yours or AI. Why would I want to hear it once if it's supposed to be good? Like it's cool, you can do unlimited word combinations and it just feels like it's gonna be a bunch of whack ass songs that sound AI generated. Like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. Like it
let me ask
doesn't
y'all this.
it doesn't have no soul to it. Like people are going to learn very quickly that a lot of the AI generated shit doesn't have a soul to it. It's going to be very
Facts.
hollow. It's going to be very flat. And 24 hours of that, bro, I'm super straight
Sight,
on it.
sight to your man doing the Pac shit, and Pac rolling his grave behind it. But what I would ask y'all is
That
this.
was cold though.
No, it wouldn't. If your favorite artist said, "I'm going to launch an app where there's going to be AI songs of me just doing different shit. I ain't recorded. It's just AI. They use me however it need to be used. Like if it was Drake for you, AB,
Yeah,
if it was
no.
Key Glock for you, Nick.
Jesus.
Like,
My
if you
favorite
could
rapper
get,
is Key Glock is crazy.
Hey, AB, somebody
that's
in
just
Memphis
gotta.
screaming that
That's just
right
got.
now.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Y'all wouldn't listen to that?
No,
No,
why?
I wouldn't.
That's no different than somebody writing Key Glock shit or writing Drake shit. And people would be upset about that, but you wouldn't be upset about a computer writing it? Like,
But
bro, what?
it's gonna sound like Key Glock and Drake though. It ain't gonna
I
sound
don't
like
I get that, but
y'all
I'm
get
cool on it though. I don't want
To,
that.
to me,
interest.
it's like you asking me like, would I rather watch someone playing Madden or watch a real NFL football game? Like
Mm,
a real football game got like
that's a good
AB said,
analogy.
it's got so like it's
Stakes,
unpredictable. Yeah,
real
there's stakes,
people,
real people, unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're gonna see with
storylines.
with the game. It's just like it's a game. Yeah, there's some cool things that happen here and there, but then there's gonna be some shit where it's like that wouldn't happen in real life,
Yeah,
or
and
like
it's gonna
that,
take you
like
out of
AB.
it.
Yeah,
That's a good
AB.
point.
Yeah, so that's
That's a
how.
really good point.
Facts. What's next, man?
All right,
Speaking
next
of
we
games,
have next we have, man, Kanye West crowns Last of Us 2 as the best video game of all time, which is insane. Nick, you play video games. Chris, you play video games. What would you guys crown as the best video game of all time, other than Last of Us
first
2?
off, can you picture Kanye West
How
playing
did
video?
this happen?
This is probably the first video game Kanye has picked up in at least 15 years. So
Exactly.
from
Yeah,
the
he just. I
last
was gonna
thing
say
that
he's just talking shit, bro. Like he can't think that this is the best video game of all
listen, the
time.
last thing he played was probably Tetris. So he's seeing Last of Us 2. He like, nigga, what the fuck is this?
This is crazy.
He like, nigga, this
This is
shit look
crazy.
crazy.
That's
He probably didn't
insane.
know video games had making a jump like that. It's like a nigga picking up like new 2K and the last 2K he played was 2K4. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna be blown the
Five
fuck
exactly.
cover.
away. And he's gonna be like, yo, this is the greatest game ever. So I get that. I just don't pin Kanye as a video game aficionado. There's no telling the last game he
Could you
played.
imagine Kanye playing video
It
games?
don't even he probably don't even know how to hold he don't even know how to hold the stick, bro. Like pause. He has no idea. He's like, no, what the fuck is this? So,
Oh, the
but to
stick is
me,
crazy.
that
I'm
was
about to
nuts.
say that's
That was
That's
wild.
insane.
I was
He don't
hoping
know
you
how to
just move
hold the
on.
stick.
So I was gonna say
Jesus
that for
Christ.
me, for one, somebody at HBO probably giving him a bag on the
Paid him
side,
for
like,
this.
yeah, like, bro, gas up Last
Facts.
of Us 2. The second season about to come out and drop, boy.
Facts.
Like
That's facts.
but he said in the post it was this is not ad promo. But nah, for me to answer the question, bro, it's gotta be GTA. You know what I'm saying? You can
Which
go
one?
through me personally, I like GTA 4.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, that was just the era that I really focused because everybody like Vice City, but like I like the one that came right after that. But yeah, it's got to be GTA, and like we about to get GTA 6 coming out soon. They already projecting that to be about $3 trillion once it drop. Like so, I think that series is the best video game series. If you're talking about just video games, like for the
You're
sake of
not
it,
wrong. You're not
entertainment
wrong.
wise, like it's
yeah,
that
that's fair.
Yeah, I would go to and play those without even doing the missions. It's just like the free world
exactly.
shit. Like it's amazing. For me, AB, I know you're gonna feel me on this. I don't know if this was in your time, Nick, but Twisted Metal 2. Twisted
Ooh.
like I could pick that shit up today, and I've done that. I downloaded it on the PS5. Like Twisted Metal 2 is the best. That's the best game I've ever played. Like I can still be interested in that shit today. I can still try to like defeat the whole story mode with all the characters and like
Facts.
Twisted Metal 2 is fire.
It is.
And I don't know if a close second because there's no close second to it. GTA is good, Nick, and Mario, like Mario 1, 2, 3, whatever one of the Mario's you want to do, the Mario with Yoshi, Super Mario World, like those are those are the fire games for me, in the sense of like best video games of all time.
Twisted Metal 2 is a classic, but some say Twisted Metal 3 is better though. I don't agree with that,
I
but
don't even know if I ever played Twisted
they
Metal
say
3.
Twisted Metal 3 was the shit. I don't know, but I'm gonna
Really?
go probably Mario Kart 64. When we could do the 4 player at a time, man, niggas,
Ooh,
we spent
but the first
stupid
one
hours
was
on that shit. GoldenEye is a classic
I'm finna say
too.
the James Bond
Everybody
Yeah.
fuck
joint.
with GoldenEye, but I'm like, I
That
gotta give it.
GoldenEye fire.
Halo saved Xbox to like
That's fair. Yeah, that's
multiple
popular.
times.
Hey,
Like,
Yeah.
did you play Twisted Metal, Nick?
no. I
Ah,
didn't get
you
a chance.
gotta go do
I
that,
played
bro.
I played almost like random stuff, but like it Twisted Metal didn't
Twisted
catch my.
Metal is that is my favorite.
Yeah, Twisted Metal 2
Twisted
was the
Metal
shit.
2,
Yeah, that's the shit.
like that shit is
Oh,
unmatched,
and
nigga.
I gotta give a shout out to Pokemon. Pokemon game went
Mm,
We
crazy
good on. You
too.
could have kept that. I ain't gonna lie to
I'm
you.
just saying, bro. We talk.
giving a shout out to that was crazy.
Lou was about to mention Frogger going.
This
He was
nigga gonna
about to
say
mention.
asteroid.
He about to say Snake on the 6010. I'm
Nah,
like,
but Sonic though, Sonic was strong. Sonic was my shit. That
yeah, but
I
people
spent a
fuck
lot
with
of time
Sonic.
playing
Yeah.
Sonic and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joint, where you could like just play the
Side scrolling
multiplayer
joint. Yeah, that shit was
Lou was
hard.
about to say.
And Street Fighter and Street Fighter
Mortal Kombat 2 probably the best fighting game though. Or Marvel vs.
over
Capcom.
Street Fighter. Well, you played the Marvel shit. I ain't never been into
We
that.
can't forget about what was it Def Jam fight for like
We
them
can't
Def
forget
Jam
about
games.
that. We can forget about that.
Them Def
Yeah, we can
Jam
forget
Mm.
about
games.
it. We can forget
Nah,
about
you
that.
can't.
We
Them
can.
Def Jam games.
The Charles Barkley basketball game joints
We
with
can
the
forget
Def
about
Jam.
that too. We can forget about that too. I ain't gonna.
What
There's a
we
couple
got
of them we can
next,
forget
man?
about. What we can't forget about, man, is 2024. It came and went. We did
Mm.
not get a chance to do our favorite albums. So just a quick top five favorite. I'm gonna say favorite because I'm over saying best. I think that doesn't make any sense anymore, in my opinion, because it's just
What
too
I
much shit
enjoyed the
out.
most.
Yeah, what did you personally enjoy the most?
That's what I've kind of contexted as AB. These are the things that I've enjoyed the most.
You
When I'm
got
doing
to.
movie list, when I'm doing music list, anything like these are the ones that I've enjoyed. I ain't saying it's the best. I ain't talking about technicalities. I ain't talking about any of those things. Me and Spike Lee, this is what I enjoyed.
And plus,
Uh
it's too much content, so you can't listen and see everything. So I
facts.
can't say this is the best because I didn't listen to every album. It's just too fucking much. So Lou, what you got as your top five favorite?
This is not 5 through 1. This is just the five that I enjoyed. Number one was, excuse me, it's not 5 through 1. First one is Gen X, of course, Kendrick.
Never heard of it.
Uh, yeah, of course you have. Two is Blue Lips, Schoolboy Q.
Mm.
Three, Glorious by Glorilla. That shit was fire. Take Care, Big Extra Plug.
I fuck with
And
it.
Please Don't Cry by Rhapsody.
I ain't mad at that. Nick, what you
Those
got?
are my five.
Some of what Lou said. I got Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q, GNX by Kendrick. I have Mixtape Pluto by Future.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah,
Over the other two?
yeah, because I just like
Wow.
I like the swamp trap house, you know what I'm saying, future, you know what I'm saying. The other stuff is more mainstream. It was still good,
That's
of
true.
course, but like I like that stuff. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. I like
Oh
that
my
joint.
God.
Now we talking.
And
Mm.
last I'll just
Woods.
give it to No Worries, Why Lord. The
Yeah, that
Anderson
was
Paak
fire.
Knowledge joint. Yeah.
Who? Wait, what?
No Worries, Why Lord.
Yeah, that was
That's
fire.
the artist name? Why Lord?
No.
No
No
worries. That's
Worries is the
Anderson
artist.
Pocket knowledge.
He had the first one was Yes Lord, and then this one is Why Lord. So like, it's a
I ain't
sequel
never heard
series.
that.
Yeah, sequel to the series. But
You
I
gotta
was
send me
fucking.
that. Send me
It's a
that.
Yeah,
vibe though.
bro. It's like
You'll
Y'all
fuck with
gotta send
this.
me that.
This right up your alley, bro.
Send me that.
it take you all places from hip hop to R&B to just
Send me that.
something in between, like in the middle. Like
I'm not hip. Send me that.
Yeah, we gotta put you on there. My five favorites of the year, man. I really, really fuck with Babyface Ray, the kid that did. That was my jogging
Mm.
music for the fourth quarter, man. That Detroit hustle shit. Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips for sure. I was a big fan of that Corday Crossroads. I thought y'all hated on it for no reason. Um, I can't believe this. This is the first time I've had this artist in my top five anything in probably 10 years, but Common and P Rock, the Auditorium. I fucking love that
Ooh,
album. And
that was a good one.
I'm not a Common guy at all, so I don't even know really what it was about this. But for some reason, I spun this like crazy. And then I
You
had a
grew up,
Freddie
nigga.
Gibbs, You Only Die Once, as and rounding out my top
Can't
five.
believe both of you niggas got Freddie
That's
Gibbs.
just so
uh,
tough.
I
And
had a
I got my boy Blast out on the outside looking in barely. I thought his shit was
That's a
straight
good
through.
one. That would have been 6 for me.
Yeah, his shit was fire.
I
But
gotta listen to that
dang,
Freddie Gibbs. I ain't checked it out yet.
you sleeping?
nah,
That
you
shit
did,
bang.
yeah. I had a
Neither did I plan on doing it.
I
Wow.
had a I had a long layover getting back to where to Connecticut, and I was listening to that Freddie Gibbs most of the time, and I was like, bro, That shit's still
This
hitting.
is a great
Interesting.
example of a rapper who had went astray, in my opinion, by getting too caught up in the antics, getting too caught up in shit outside of the booth, dropped a mainstream project, or at least wanted to be a mainstream project before this, and it was just okay. And then he went back to the basics and dropped Complete Flame. So I like the fact that he had gotten out of the spotlight, because we ain't really seen him talking like he used to talk. And he had just got straight to the booth, put in the work, and dropped a little 12, 13 piece joint that's straight through. So I wish other people would take notes. Just quit with the dumb shit.
Interesting. Before we get into the wins and the losses, those are the top 5 albums of 2024 from Nick and AB. Y'all
Let
let
us
us
know
know what
y'all's
y'all's
top
are in. Yeah, please put them in the comments on YouTube or wherever it may be that you guys listen to this podcast. Before we get into the wins and the losses, one last thing. Jim Jones. Jim Jones says that sneaker culture was started with drug dealers. It's gotten weird now, and all these weird niggas doing weird shit with sneaker culture is what he was commenting on. Do you guys agree that sneaker culture was started with drug dealers? AB, I'll start with you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised he didn't say it didn't start with him. Bro, I don't fucking know.
What?
I'm Jim Jones. I'm surprised he didn't say like it didn't start with his block or whatever. New York niggas be killing me. They've started everything. What didn't niggas from New York start? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't go that route. I have no fucking clue. That was before my time. He talking about pre-Jordan with Nikes and all that, bro. That's before my
Now he talking
time.
about Jordans though. He talking about
But he mentioned that in the
like
quote.
Yeah, he mentioned some
those-
other brands that's like, if you know, you
but he
know.
talking about like Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s, Jordan 5s. Like,
And I was 2, 3, and 4 when that shit came out. So whoever made that shit popular, other than Jordan, I have no clue.
that's
I'll
fair. That's fair.
I'll let him stand on the corner of the bodega in his fucking triple fat goose in the snow, and he can argue until he's hoarse. I'm cool. I have no idea who the fuck started that shit. I'll take his word for it though.
Nick, what say you?
I think this is just like a nothing fact, even if it's true or not. It's just kind of like, bro, who gives a fuck? Like,
Facts.
okay, like this is like when what's his name? From what was the dude name who was saying that he Michael Jordan went bald because of him? Onyx, dude from Onyx.
See?
He was
What
like,
you want, a
"Dude,
cookie? I told you niggas from New York, bro.
It's
Listen,
like
that's funny.
it's like,
Oh,
bruh,
God.
even if that's true, who cares? Like,
Yeah,
you ain't Jordan. Like, it's like, even if this is true, no one cares that drug dealers started this. No one's paying homage to them. No, maybe you even shouldn't. They destroying their community while also looking
being
fly while
fresh.
doing it. Like, what am I celebrating here?
Y'all are not wrong, but Jim Jones isn't wrong either. Like I think that for me in my age group, a lot of the shoes that I was attracted to as a youngster, like it was because I seen niggas who was getting money having them shoes on. Like that he is right about that. I don't know what the big gripe is. I don't know why he felt like he had to come out and make this thing about it, talking about how sneaker culture is weird now. I don't get it, but he isn't wrong. He like the reason that niggas wear Jordans really isn't because of Michael Jordan. It's really not because of the Gatorade
You're not gonna do that,
commercials.
Lou. Don't do that, Lou. Don't
It's
do that. 'Cause
not.
You
It's
sounding
not,
like
bro.
you're about to go down
The
the
reason,
insane
bro.
road.
The reason that
AB, did he just say that
Jordans-
the reason why people wear
Bro, the reason I got
Jordans
Jordans
because
is
of
because
drug dealers?
the reason that I got Jordans is because niggas that was cool in the hood had Jordans.
Man, but
it wasn't
and
because
they
of Michael
listen,
Jordan, bro.
They
I didn't give a
had
fuck
them,
what he wore on his feet.
Listen, they had them because the nigga jumped from the free throw line, my nigga. That's the reason
That's
they wore
fair.
them.
I'm talking about me though. Me, the reason that I bought them, nigga, is because the niggas that had money in my hood had them shoes.
Nah.
It wasn't because Michael Jordan was doing the Gatorade commercials and sometimes I dream. He's like,
you know the words
I didn't
for a
give
reason,
fuck
bro.
About that, nigga.
He trying to act like
fuck about that. I gave a fuck about the nigga that was getting a lot of money up the street from me, and I seen what he like. Oh, I want them shoes.
This
too,
nigga was in
'cause
Space
that nigga
Jam
got
in the
them
front
on.
row opening night, nigga. You cared, my nigga.
I was not.
Trust me.
But I get what you're saying. Now, not to again. I'm not agreeing with Jim Jones or anything like that.
Sounds like you are.
Like
You heavily are agreeing
Nah.
with it. Yes, you.
Because I've been there. I know what he
Lou, I
means. I
understand
know
what
what
you
he
I
means.
understand what you're saying too. And I'm not saying again, I'm not saying he's wrong or he's right. I'm just saying who
Yeah,
cares?
thank you.
Like
This is one of
this
them.
is
This is one of them. This is one of them
That I
bodega
will concede
arguments,
to.
bro.
I
This,
will concede to that. Y'all are right. I 1 million
bro,
percent am not. I ain't dying on no hill
no, you
about
was
that
trying to
about
he
what
was
y'all
trying to
talking.
make a
Nah,
he was trying to
I'm
make an
just saying.
argument that
I know what he means though. I know what he means. I know if I was a nigga like Jim Jones, I would make the
Bruh.
same argument. But I'm not. I'm not like Jim Jones. I get it. I have objectivity. I totally understand. Like, well, like bro, you
You was
sound
trying to
crazy.
tell me that Montez was the reason why Lil Nicky
Yes,
wear
yes.
Jordans
That's
than
the reason
Michael
that I wore
Jordan.
Jordans, nigga. The nigga the nigga that I seen getting money around me, like, that nigga got them shoes on. I want them shoes on. I
You
don't give a
trying
fuck
to
about who
tell
plays
me
in the
Darrell
NBA,
from
bro.
'96 was the reason why
you gonna tell me
his
Nino
whole
Brown the reason I got these J's
Yes,
behind me, bro?
yes, nigga, yes.
Fuck
I'm
out
telling
here.
y'all niggas, yes, yes, nigga.
you trying to tell me that
Nigga had them patent leather lemons on. Like, I need them.
he
I
was
don't give a fuck
AB.
if
He
Jordan
trying to
wore
make
them
me
against the
think
Knicks,
that
nigga.
the '92 Olympics. Nah, fuck that.
Fuck the dream team.
It was G
Fuck the
Money,
dream team.
G Money from 125th.
Hey, bro. A nigga at the center had them shoes on. The Barkley, like the Airs, like, oh, I need those. Because this nigga got
That's
a lot of money, and I know,
that's
like, come on.
that's crazy work you trying to do. Like,
Hey
That's
man,
nasty
I'm
work.
giving y'all the
I
real. I'm
tried to
just
tell
giving y'all the
you,
real, bro.
AB. I tried to tell you at the top of the show, bro. The law offices of Lou and Spike
That's
I'm just giving
nasty.
y'all the real, bro. I'm
work
just telling y'all
overtime
what it is.
on
Before we
Monday
get out
nights.
of here, man, let's get to
What
these
we got for
wins
the
and
wins
these
and losses?
losses. W or L. Leangelo Ball's song "Tweaker" goes viral for having that throwback Cash Money sound. Lou, is this a win or a
No,
loss?
no, no. Go to Nick first. I
Nick,
want to know what Nick
yeah,
think
well, I
about
gotta hear
this.
this. Nick, is this a
Yeah,
win
go
or a
to
loss?
Nick first.
Wait, hold on.
Did you listen to it, Nick?
I purposely did not. I purposely did
Oh
not, bro.
no,
I
Nick.
Song of
purposely
the
did,
summer, nigga,
bro.
already. We
Chill.
ain't even there yet.
I already know y'all
Nick.
guess.
The song of the
You gotta
summer,
listen
dude.
to
This
this,
is this is
bro.
one of those things that I love about the culture, but I hate at the same time. This is also where I talk about gatekeeping, is that there's always one stupid song that everybody knows is stupid, but we just gonna hype it up anyway, just because it's the
Hey,
feel good
that's
story
what
of the
this
year.
is.
It's
That's
the
what this
early
is.
feel good story of the year. Don't
That's
nobody
what
give a
this
fuck
is.
about this. We don't even talk about his lineage no more. Like this is the
He ain't
reason
even
that
one of the brothers no more.
he ain't ever
He's
since
just an extra dude.
he is just another nigga who got access to good equipment. He's
That's funny.
like I don't care nothing about this is a loss because because he don't know that we
Damn.
making fun of him deep down. He gonna take it as oh shit. The streets fuck with me, boy. His own brother even almost hung up on his ass when he tried to play it in front of him. Like nigga, I don't want to be associated with this shit. I'm already associated with the Hornets, nigga. Now you want me to be about this garbage too? Fuck out of here.
Lou, is this a win or a loss?
I'm different from Nick. This is a win, man. This shit was. I was so surprised that it sounded as good as it did, man. I ain't saying that it's great. It ain't a hit. Like I'm not thinking
It
this
ain't?
nigga gonna be a nah. Yeah, I saw you capping on Culture
Song of the
Theory
year
Song of the Year. Like that's not true.
already.
But I am thoroughly surprised in what this nigga did. This shit banging. I would listen to this. I came up in this era of music. It sounds like something similar to what I listened to when I was coming up. So that's what makes me familiarized to it. But I fuck with it.
I posted
I
that
ain't
clip
mad.
of
It's
Boosie over
banging.
top of it. That shit sounded good, bro. Fuck
And it's
that.
banging. Boosie ripped it too.
That's what I'm.
Yeah,
I
Boosie
like the
ripped it too.
song. The song is a little bop though. I ain't even mad at it. It got that throwback Manny, kind of like Saint Lunatic a little bit,
Yeah,
Boosie a little bit. I ain't
facts.
mad at it, and it's
He need to
interesting.
lean into this.
I agree, and he need to do a remix and shoot a video, and the video got to be like that throwback Cash
Facts.
Money shit. He got to lean
Facts.
into
All of
this.
that. All
All
of that.
he got the bread. Just go ahead and blow
Do
a
we?
bag with a fire.
We
Somebody,
assuming
somebody around him got the bread, Nick. Like his brother, like his dad.
his mother.
Somebody got to be able to front him a video.
Yeah, I don't know what he
Facts.
got, bro.
This
It may
is,
not be
hey, bro,
bread.
this is his best chance in making it, other than anything else he's been doing.
Oh no, he's not gonna go
NBA,
no
like,
further than this song. No, let's be very clear though. It's a fun
but the song
story.
can be a hit though.
Yeah, the song can go. The song is going. It's a dope. It's a cool little song. It's cool.
This is our GoFundMe raising song of the year, bro. Every year there's a song that don't need to be on the radio. Don't nobody need to talk about it. We just gas it up just cause. This why
Ride in
Elliott
the
be
corner.
hating
That's
because
why
he
Elliott
out.
mad. Yeah, I agree with Nick. This is why Elliott mad.
That's fair.
Like this.
WRL, other people are mad at your boy 50 Cent. He was criticized for his Vegas residency performance. Somebody went viral for clowning it. Lou, is this a win or a loss, man? 50 did address this too, by the way, but go ahead.
He did address it. Have y'all niggas seen the videos?
Yeah.
Like of him performing?
Yeah, he keep doing the same little move he been doing for 25
Yeah,
years.
in order to do a Vegas
That's the
residency,
same
like,
LeBron step, bro.
yeah,
like he been
bro,
doing
come
that
on, bro.
shit
You
the whole time.
gotta add more to it. Like you gotta hire some people, some choreographers, somebody that give you some more swag into what you're doing. You can't just go out there and be 50 Cent at the Vegas in Vegas, bro. Like this is different. This is like some Usher type shit. So yeah, I think all of the criticism was warranted as far as what 50 got. And he was petty for trying to respond in that way.
Nick, WRL.
What I feel like, this is an L, but like, what is 50 trying to prove to us? Like, we don't need you to do this. Like, I get it, it's a bag, it's a Las Vegas residency. They don't just throw that out to anybody. But when you see this, it looked like they just throwing it out to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say that 50 can't perform, but at this stage of his career, I don't expect him to.
Why would I perform?
Or even
I'm an
why,
old
or even
ass man.
exactly
Bro. Like, why
why
would I do
would
all
you?
this shit? Yeah.
We see what he tried to do at the Super Bowl. This nigga almost couldn't even do a crunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is far removed from his prime. Like, I don't understand like what you gotta prove, bro. You just gonna get clowned on more. Maybe he still sell tickets because of that, but I don't know, bro. You ain't gotta do this shit, bro. You rich, bro.
Yeah, now it's an L, like you said, Vegas. You got to put on the show. Usher just came through, had motherfuckers on roller skates and stripper poles, and he made it a whole event. 50 can't come out there with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder and think it's gonna fly, bro.
And why would you think that's cool, bro?
AB,
Why would you
imagine you like, bro, Usher killed it the other night. Let's go see what 50 over there talking.
And then they got Tony Yayo run a free Yayo shirt up there, stumbling and bumbling and shit, bro. I might want to hear that shit. Last one, man. WRL, the internet clowns Mike Jones for performing in front of a small crowd, but he says he got $100K for that small crowd. Nick, is it win or loss?
It's a win for Mike Jones, bro. Anytime Mike Jones can make 100K in 2025,
Did he make 100K? Did he make? Did that happen?
I'm going off the straight Mike Jones. Last time he told me something happened, last time he said something on the song, bro, his phone number's still blowing up to this day, bro.
That's
So
true.
I'm gonna give. He know numbers. That's all I'm trying to say. He gonna say it. He probably live by it. But yeah, this is a W for him, bro. Because we know that, bro. Like Joey Badass probably got the same thing. Like people probably think Joey Badass ain't got no bread. This motherfucker go overseas, make 25K a show over there. You know what I'm saying? Like coming back home a millionaire. Like we don't know who's in these like who really listens to these people. Like
I agree. Lou, what you think?
It's a W. I think people are hating as far as Mike Jones being like, bro, people still call my old phone number that I put in the song 15, 20 years ago. And this is how I got the booking from this. And it was 100K, nigga. Like, what are y'all talking about? Yeah, y'all trying to be funny because it's a small crowd, but I still am able to do these things based off everything that I've built and done through the Mike Jones name and the number. And it's crazy. I've been rewatching Prison Break. I forgot Mike Jones was in Prison Break. That's crazy to me. But like nigga, if niggas are still hitting it, as he claims, if niggas are still hitting up that number and he's getting booking gigs through that for bar mitzvahs for 100,000, he wins. You won, Mike Jones.
He posted a screenshot of the text message, and it is the same number from back in the day. But the person that asked him to perform at their son's bar mitzvah misspelled bar mitzvah, though. So y'all telling me, bro, this looks...
Bro, we talk about text message.
But this looks like a junk mail text, bro.
This is the UPS. You got a package.
Bingo.
You got a package at the airport.
This is clearly.
Bro, I stay getting them text messages, bro. I never know. They gonna catch me slipping one day. They gonna catch me slipping one day.
Facts, nigga. I'm gonna be waiting on some J's because I just seen Lil Ray wearing them, so I went and bought some J's, and they gonna catch me slipping. I'm gonna click that fucking link, bro, and I'm gonna get smacked.
Oh shit. Hey,
this nigga misspelled bar mitzvah, bro. But you got 100 bands, bro.
Hey,
bro.
if any nigga was a part of that scheme, it would be Mike Jones.
Come on.
If any nigga was a part of you got a USPS package that you ain't claimed, like Mike Jones would be that nigga.
I'd believe he was the ringleader over that shit than this right here. Fuck that. I ain't biting. Fuck it.
It's
And
a
I like Mike
lawsuit.
Jones, man. I thought he got one of the greatest marketing schemes in hip hop history.
Ever,
Exactly.
ever,
That's why I'm like,
ever.
bro, give him fuck Leangelo. Y'all need to give Mike Jones his flowers, nigga. Fuck all that.
Facts.
Go stream that song. Go stream Who Is Mike Jones. That's an underrated album.
That Jello frying that. All right, on Decker of the week. Shout out to YouTube, man. We're going Brandon Brooks 4334. That Snoop and Dre album is Flames, and this album is for a mass audience, not just the streets. He put 4 flaming emojis.
For the Snoop and Dre album?
Yeah, I heard the wrong. He must be talking about Doggy Style. Maybe that's the one he talking about.
He listened to the whole album.
He got
to the whole album.
Appreciate the comment. Excuse me. Listen, shout out to the O Dog 93. Missionary was really just good, but the problem that I have with it are the beats. Dre is known to be the perfectionist, and that's why we never heard Detox. And when he comes out with this. I've been saying Dre fell off years ago. Everybody laughed at me. Thank you, O Dog, for staying on my side.
You may be right about that, AB. Like he hyped himself up to where it's like, bruh, you can't even live up to that level. And I try to listen to that Missionary, bro. It's just like, bro, what am I doing? I can do other shit.
I agree.
I don't want to hear this. Like
I agree.
As I'm listening to this, I'm like, I don't want to hear this, bro.
There's a song that'll be played in a scene in Fast and the Furious that'll be pretty. You could play it in a scene in a movie one time real quick and it'll probably be straight, I'm good.
That's a good point.
Last one, Tony Robinson 4974. Maybe Drake needs to link with Glorilla to get hot again. No need. He's already hot. He'll never not be hot. We ain't got to worry about that.
Glow ain't fucking with Drake.
That's a good question. Who does Drake?
Glow ain't fucking with Drake.
Who does Drake not need to do? He don't need to do nothing, but like,
thank you.
Who would be a good collab for Drake to like pop out with another song, like a hit song?
Nigga himself, nigga. What are we talking
Glorilla
about?
is the answer. I think Glorilla that's a really good answer, but I don't think she'll do that.
Nigga, do you know how many? Listen, I seen somebody say this too. I forgot who the fuck.
Here come the Drake. Here come the Drake.
Because that's what it was. Vlad was asking somebody, man. I'm hot. I can't think of who it was, but he asked the guest, do they think that Drake got Ja ruled? And the guest responded and said, "Bro, do you know how many top 10 hits that Drake has?" And he was like, "No,
yeah."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he didn't get Ja Rule.
No, that's not true.
I agree, but I didn't know this though. This was interesting. He has 78 top 10 hits. The next 3 rappers on the list combined don't have that. That's Kanye, Nicki, and Wayne. They have 20, 22, and 24.
I'm not surprised.
78, bro.
But I'm
not surprised by that.
At the same time, the numbers look a little bit different than those eras too. So like, because at that point in time, like Kanye, people are always just like, it ain't a big gap between Drake and Kanye. Let's just talk about it when we talk about music content. Like, let's keep it a beam. Like, them 78 don't mean shit when you talk about Kanye's catalog. Because we're really only talking about maybe 20.
You're right. You're right, AB.
Like,
what?
Like when we
Kanye, you could argue Kanye is a bigger star than Drake.
To me, I'm not going that far. I'm more so talking about just the music.
But it's an argument though. Not even with music. It's an argument. You can argue that Kanye is the biggest artist than Drake.
Not with 78 top 10 singles, bro. And Kanye got 20.
You talking about music and you talking about numbers.
Ain't that what we talking about?
I'm talking about impact. No, I'm talking about impact. When niggas look at Kanye West and they look at Drake, they be like, oh, I see where them niggas on the same plane.
Kanye been around longer, to be fair.
I'm saying if Kanye came out this like around the same time as Drake did, going into this new digital DSPs era, like his records are probably even way bigger than what they were now.
Oh, you're saying because we got to compare CDs to streaming?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're
even the top 10 records, like against like certain songs on the album we're gonna get streamed more, but like
that's
Kanye
true.
got hella B-sides that you could play for days. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, so
and that's the big difference. That's why Drake and Ja Rule
and Kanye a better artist than Drake.
Listen, let's stop. That's why you can't. We getting out of hand, and that's my boy. That's why he can't get Ja Rule. Drake has B-sides that the culture fucks with. Ja Rule doesn't have one B-side that the culture fucks with.
It's all
A-sides.
And
I like Ja Rule. I thought he was fine. I thought he was dope. Nigga, I thought he was fine, was crazy. But I fuck with his music. He doesn't have a B-side that the culture fucks with, bro. Like, I'm not finna sit here and be delusional and say that. He was propped up by the singles, if we being honest.
Yeah, he was.
So stop saying Drake got Ja Rule. Let's be serious.
No. It ain't that bad.
That's cap. Nick, what you got to put me on, man?
I'm about the movies. Watch. Make sure y'all check out Frames Per Second podcast. Me and Lou and a few others for the Dead End Network. We just wrapped up Doom Prophecy reviews, the HBO Max original series. So I'm gonna give y'all a shout out for this upcoming film that's coming out this weekend. What is it? Oh yeah, the Den of Thieves 2. Playing Terror. I'm gonna go see that. That's probably like the only movie that's coming out this month that I'm really checking for. There's a few others that are like a little bit smaller, but January.
You fuck with the Scissor joint?
Oh, that's coming out. I thought that was coming out February
17th. They come out next weekend. It don't look funny though. I'm gonna keep it.
I'm gonna go for the strength because I'm gonna go for the strength.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
I fuck with Issa Rae though, so I'm gonna go because she behind it. But the commercial don't look fun. It don't look funny though.
Speaking of behinds, I'm going for Scissors, but I'm trying to see that on.
And that's one of the main reasons I want to see it, Nick. I gotta see how thick Scissors is in this.
Hey, Lou, me over here.
I gotta see how thick she is in this. Fuck all that
supporting the
I don't give a
sisters
fuck about Issa Rae. I'm trying to see how thick Scissor is in this movie, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what that on, boy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hit snooze on that, boy.
Facts, nigga.
I'm gonna be there early.
I'm fucking with that Mark. I'm fucking with that Mark Wahlberg joint that come out this month too, on the 24th.
What's that?
That Flight Risk. I'm fucking with that too.
Oh, he the villain and shit like
yeah. That should look kind of dope though. Lou, what you got, man?
My put on is if you guys enjoy The Sopranos, we recently had an interview with Vito, aka Joseph R. Ganascoli. He was the guy that played Vito in The Sopranos. We did that on the Good Earnest podcast. Yeah, go check that out. He was very accommodating. He was really good as far as listening to what we did with Sopranos. So if you listen to The Sopranos, you like The Sopranos, go listen to that at Good Earners. Had a good interview with Vito from The Sopranos. Check that out.
Shout out to Vito, man. I'm in the movies with it. I went to go see the latest Nicole Kidman joint.
Was it good?
It was good. It was called Baby Girl. It was an erotic drama.
I want to see that.
I was hot because I was in there by myself. Now I look a straight perv in that motherfucker, bro.
That's like going seeing Basic Instinct by yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I was in there looking like Pee Wee Herman in that motherfucker, bro. So like I was.
That's funny as fuck.
I like a creep sitting in that dolo, but it was pretty good though. Nicole Kidman getting dog walked in there for anybody that's interested.
I want to see that though.
Yeah, I did too, and I saw it. It was pretty good. I fuck with it. So yeah, I recommend it. But I think it's gotta have a limited run. So that should be on HBO in probably about 2 weeks. So just check it out. Yeah.
Movies these days, unless they comic books, they be in the movie theater for about 2-3 weeks, and you gotta buy $20 to see it again.
It's right on Peacock,
bruh, in record time. All right, man. That's the first episode of 2025 in the books. Nick, we appreciate you pulling up. Where can the people find you, bro?
Oh, you can find me again, Frames Per Second podcast. Also, Dead End Sports. We're going to be doing, we're back on schedule after the holiday break, live on YouTube, youtube.com/Dead End Sports. Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check us out. And yeah, Frames Per Second podcast. We drop something as far as movie review, TV review, just film conversations all the time. Check us out.
Man, get that IG back cracking for 2025, man. Lou, where you at with it? Where can they find you?
I am Spike Lou on all those same social sites you guys are familiar with us with. Check out the Good Earners podcast, reviewing The Sopranos. Of course, on Deck TV podcast you're listening to now. Frames Per Second. Is the mic still on? All those good things, man. You gotta go check it. Y'all make sure y'all check out everything that we're doing out here.
Absolutely, man. Check out Leangelo Ball new song, man. We swerving all summer.
Come on, man.
On to the next one, man. We out.
Swerving all summer is crazy.